to AltaTV, and I'm Renee, and we are joined here with Tim Westwood.
Yo, guys, make some noise.
Woo!
Thank you very much, ladies. We've got the ladies here. Have I got a mic? I'm going to share you.
Yeah, we'll share. So how are you today?
I'm a really good girl. We've just up at, Hackney at the Academy, met a lot of, really intelligent, independent ladies who are going to do so great in their careers, striving hard. Met a top designer. She's just made an incredible T-shirt, which got #1 in the competition, so we salute her for that. Is that not inspired? Hashtag swag. We've got other people who are going to be presenters, people in the radio game. So yeah, it's been very inspiring meeting new people from Hackney. Very, very, very good.
Cool. I'm going to jump straight into it. So,
Please do, babes.
when did you know that you wanted to be a radio presenter or just get into the music industry?
Okay. I'm going to tell you the honest truth, right? I feel that with me, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I started doing it. And I got this opportunity to, I was hanging out with the sound system. They used to let me DJ at the beginning of the night before anyone got there. People weren't getting to the party till late. They'd be stringing up. I'd help them string up. And they said, oh, you can get on the set. And it's when I started doing that, I realized this was my love. This is my passion. This is what I wanted to do. So I think often in life, if you don't know what you want to do, you should try different things. And then you might find something that, really, is your passion, wants to make you do it. And I didn't know what I wanted to do in life until I started doing it. And then from being in the clubs, it was just natural to be on the radio. And in those days, there wasn't a lot of legal radio opportunity, so we managed to get on the Pirates, and it was just great fun. And that's what I've been doing all my life. So yeah.
It's quite inspiring for those that do want to do the same thing and don't find these opportunities. So it's great. But
I mean, what I would say about that, when I started out, there was very little opportunities, but there was also, because there was no opportunities, there was no real competition. So, when you got your break, there wasn't, it was hard to get your break, but when you got it, it was easy to establish your name. I think nowadays there's so much opportunities for young people. There's so much opportunities, but it also means it's far more competitive and it's harder to make it. But you should really grab those opportunities if you want to get in the radio game. I'd get on internet radio, get on community stations, even on pirate stations. Just get out there, try and do your thing, and see how it pans out.
Well, you're a well-known personality. You've got Tim Westwood TV and on radio. You've interviewed a lot of people. Who would you say has been your ultimate favourite interview?
I mean, to be honest, I have so many favourites, and because I've been doing it for so long, I couldn't really single it out. But right now, the era of hip hop that we're in is definitely, it's young money. So I love hanging out with Nicki Minaj, I love hanging out with Drizzy, I love hanging out with Tiger. I think, whoever's defining hip-hop at the moment, you always get the best interviews from. But those are the artists I love. I love, Trey, I love everyone who's hot. Because I'm in the clubs, I like music which is ripping it down in the clubs. That's my favourite type of music.
It's funny you should say that. I'm going to ask, who was a better interviewee, Chris Brown or Drake?
It certainly wasn't Rihanna. I mean, I feel like Drake is on top of the world. Chris ain't doing interviews anymore because people are just asking about the same thing all the time. And I respect that. I think Chris is an incredible talent, though. I used to interview Chris before, when he was 16, 17, 18. I interviewed him all those times. But, since the drama, he don't do interviews anymore, which is a loss. Do you know what frustrates me the most is Kanye West not doing any interviews at all. Like I know Kanye, so I often speak to him. I've been to dinner with him. He'll tell you stuff about the records that you don't understand without him explaining them to you. So I think, it's important that these guys should come and be part of it. And he doesn't do interviews, and it's like, well, if you never did any interviews from the beginning, I would have never met you to speak to you. So, yeah, I feel that.
So rumour has it that your dad used to be a priest.
That's right, man.
Did you ever want to follow that route and become Reverend Westwood?
No, I mean, he was in the church, and the reason he was in the church, he was in the war and stuff, and after the war, he felt he could make this place a better place. People after the war felt like, let's make this a better place. That's what his thing was. So he joined the church for that, to make this world a better place. That was cool. I mean, I grew up, the son of a priest, which was, cool. I come from a good, family. And I think that coming from a family like that gave me confidence to go and do what I wanted to do. And what was, I think, what he was real proud of with me is that, I'm a self-made, and, I just went and did my own thing. It's not like I used contacts of his. He didn't know no nightclubs to get me bookings. He didn't know no party promoters, and he didn't know no radio guys. So, yeah, I went and did my own course, and he was very proud of me for that.
So you said you used to work in nightclubs and everything. Yeah, you're known for hosting your own parties and raves for under 18s, over 18s, and they're usually a really big event. Like, how do you go about planning that and getting that out there?
Yeah, I mean, what happens? I get booked as a DJ, so I'm DJ all over the place. Is booked. So I was like in Nottingham a couple of days ago and in Kent the other day. I mean, I get booked, but we put our own parties on as well. And those own parties we just do for the local community. We make it free for girls, we make it mad cheap on the door. So it's like parties that other promoters couldn't put on because of the expense. So we do these just as like community-based events. And what is so powerful about it is like, we were up at Proud too. We had over 4,000 people turn up to each party. Crazy fun, crazy energy, and it's just like young people celebrating life. So yeah, clubs is what it's all about for me. That's the records I play on the radio. The records I love are the ones which rip in the clubs.
So what would be your top tip to anyone that wants essentially your job, that wants to be a radio personality or host their own TV show or something like that?
You really got to do it, man. I mean, that all that Tim Westwood TV, that was just a case of getting some cameras, getting somebody who could film and edit, and just filming, just visualizing everything we did. And that's just what that is. With the clubs, how I started was like promoting my own parties. To this day, I've always got flyers in my pocket of some parties I'm putting on. So I think if you want to be something, you've got to go out and do it, and then you've got to go and do it yourself. So that's what it is. You can't sit at home. I was surrounded by a whole generation of artists who wanted to chase a record deal. Oh, I'm waiting to get signed. It was like, no, just go and put your music out there, build up a base, and then you'll get signed. So it's that do-it-yourself ethic is the powerful thing. Want to be a radio DJ, go get on internet radio, get on community radio. You want to do clubs, put your own parties on, do house parties, do whatever you can. And it's not about the money. Don't worry about the money. The money comes when you get successful. Right now, it's all about investment.